There is one part of the Bill of Rights that patently applies only to the federal government: the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people to peaceably assemble and to petition a government for a redress of grievances. Unlike the other 9 amendments, the first 5 words of the First Amendment are, Congress shall make no law. Congress is the proper name of the federal legislature. Therefore, only that body is restricted by the First Amendment. And since the rest of the federal government was either created by Congress or acts in response to laws created by Congress, the First Amendment only applies to the federal government. There is no language in the 14th Amendment that modifies the First Amendment. Before you start worrying about your precious freedoms of religion, speech, press, assembly, and petition, recognize that each and every state has their own version of the Bill of Rights, which protects these rights if in different details and forms. Which brings me back to the Barron Court, which claimed that any general statement in the Constitution was to be applied only to the central government, what we now call the federal government. Now, if that were true, why did the members of the very first Congress, many of whom were involved with the Constitutional Convention or the ratification debates for the Constitution, feel the need to call out Congress for what became the First Amendment? After all, neither the president nor the federal courts can make federal law, but only the federal legislature. So if, as the court and Chief Justice Marshall contend, no bill of attainder or ex post facto law shall be passed obviously applies only to the federal government, why wouldn't no law respecting an establishment of religion as well? I contend that it's obvious that in an agreement between the states, general statements apply to all parties except when the language or the context identifies a specific entity.